This morning was the Missoula Marathon, and I completely forgot about it. At the beginning of this year, I thought that I wanted to run in the marathon. I've never run a marathon before, but I was running a lot. I felt like I could train myself enough to run in this marathon. But then, I don't know, March-ish, I was like, I probably won't have time to train for the marathon, but I could still run the half marathon. And then I just completely forgot about it. So now I'm kind of bummed because I wanted to run. Guess there's always next year. Todd, I think, is trying his first Quest bar. How does it make you feel?
Well, makes me wish I had something else. But, hey, I guess if it fills me up, it does the job, right?
Desperate times, desperate measures. I shaved my thing, and now I feel like I look weird.
You have like 3 little mini hairs.
3 little mini hairs so I can feel them.
Do you have a to-go razor?
Do I have a to-go razor?
Yeah.
I do not have a to-go razor. Do you have a to-go razor?
Not in my bag. We'll have to use some scissors to slice them off.
Oh, I can see them. They're in the little...
Your little divot.
In the crevasse.
My egg is hatching. It was a freaking Zubat.
We were wondering if leaving Pokemon Go open while driving counts toward the kilometers traveled you need to hatch your Pokemon eggs, and apparently it does. Today I'm finishing up a crash course philosophy. Hopefully I can do that before lunch, and then at 1 o'clock we're going to take some photos for the cinema merch store. I'll probably finish off the day with some SciShow Kids. It's rendering, it's 100%, it's done! Okay, now it's time for lunch. I think this morning we were mistaken when we thought that driving was giving credit for the Pokemon eggs. When I got to work, I did not have any significant extra walking distance on either of the 2 eggs that I'm currently incubating. People who don't play Pokemon Go, I'm sure, have no idea what I'm talking about, and I apologize. Kelsey is training to be an EMT, so every time we meet up, I get to hear about the weird things that the human body does in traumatic situations.
And they're amazing.
Kelsey's going to educate you on what agonal breathing is.
Alright, so I am not a professional on the subject, but I think it's extremely interesting, and I know enough information to share with you. The video that I showed Michael was this 20-something male who had gone under in the ocean at a beach. Someone saw him floating. They didn't know how long he had been out for. They dragged him up onto the beach. There were EMTs, lifeguards nearby. They got him to come over. His friends said that they had not seen him for 5 to 10 minutes. So we have a gap of 5 to 10 minutes where he could have not been breathing and not had a pulse, where we don't know what happened. So we assume that within those 10 minutes, he was drowning and had no oxygen and no circulatory function. Your body does this weird thing, one of its many weird things. This one's really cool. It's called agonal breathing, and your body makes your lungs move even though nothing else is moving, and it's only like 1 or 2 respirations a minute, like maybe 3, and it looks really goofy.
It reminds me of the way fish move their mouths.
Yeah, it looks like they're about to dry heave, and it's like huge chest, and their tongue sticks out, so it's like, they're not actively moving those muscles. And so what your body is trying to do is to get any oxygen it can back into your system. The longer your brain goes without oxygen, the worse you're gonna be. But agonal breathing, it's on YouTube, you can look it up. It's called like Taka Back from the Dead, T-A-K-A, Back from the Dead, and you'll see it. It's really cool. Gets me going. It makes my heart beat really fast thinking about what your body is capable of doing when you have no control over it. Its last-ditch effort to try and keep you alive. We all have this, we all have a body, but the fact that it has systems in place to say, alright, you aren't in control anymore, and so we're going to be, and we're gonna try and keep you alive.
Are there people in your EMT class that make you think, oh geez, if I ever have a medical emergency, I sure hope you're not the one who shows up on the scene?
There's this one guy that's really creepy, and he'll sit way too close to me sometimes, and then he'll ask weird questions, and then he won't, like, do well on the tests, and I'm kind of wondering why he's there. I don't know what his deal is.
Maybe he thinks that being an EMT is the way to pick up chicks.
Not this chick. I don't think I would want to date another healthcare professional. You're just in the same setting and you have the same stresses, so I think it would be really easy to like burn out on each other. I feel like I would just be like talking to myself. Not to say that I don't already talk to myself. I would want a fresh breath of air whenever I went home and was like, hey honey, how was your day at work? And I don't have to hear about like people puking and going into cardiac arrest and all this other stuff. Because those are my stories.
Do you want your significant other to be your agonal breaths?
What does that mean?
You needed fresh air. Never mind.
Okay, I gotcha. Nope.
And scene.
What's up, buddy? What's up, bud? What's up, bud?
Vincent, helicopter. Oh, this right here is how the sausage is made.
Whee! It's made using footage from Carl's Jr.
Yep. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be in a photo shoot, this is what it looks like.
Yep.
There's always a dog.
Yes, there's a dog on set. Everybody's playing Pokemon Go in the office right now.
I have just thrown 5
I can't
Pokeballs at
find
this
the
freaking
Zubat.
I
Zubat.
did like 10.
Where's the
Screw
freaking
you,
Zubat?
Zubat.
You need help?
I don't want you.
Bray is an expert Pokeball
Here.
thrower.
Yeah,
Help.
I certainly do. Quickly before he gets away. Are you kidding me?
Oh, snap!
Ray, come
did
touch
it.
mine.
I'm all done for the day, and I feel really sleepy. This last hour especially, I've had a hard time keeping my eyes open. I've got to run back over to the cinema office. We're having a meeting with a guy who lives here in Missoula, and he's building a bunch of condos or apartments. Actually, you may have seen him in a few videos before. He bought the property where we got the wood to build the Cape Tectonic set, but he's interested in having us produce kind of like a local commercial type thing for him in which we show off his buildings, his property, and try to entice people to live there. I think he's especially interested in using our drone to get some aerial shots of the property and stuff. Well, our meeting went well. Now I'm back at home, and I'm starting to feel a little bit under the weather. The back of my nasal cavity is starting to get a little bit raw, and it hurts when I swallow. This usually means that I'm about to get a sore throat and a stuffy nose, and maybe a cough. Not excited for that. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Todd texted a while ago, maybe an hour now, saying that he found a Snorlax outside in Pokemon Go. So we went out there, and then the servers got all wonky like they've been doing, so I wasn't even able to see if the Snorlax was available to me. Right, cat? Right. Right, other cat? Right.